Because you opened this video, I know you're probably feeling devastated, feeling lost and numb and dead inside. Nothing to do but hurt and stare into space. Scared as hell, nothing to say or do but sit with the pain. Been there, and I'll do anything never to be there again. Hello, I'm Marvin Glenn, the Singing Sage. Just in case you're here with me for the first time today, please hear these two statements before we go any further. All of my videos are offered to you on the basis of the possibilities of what if. Because I am also always evolving and learning, I ask that you always and only depend on your own inner divine presence to verify my statements and stories before you accept anything I say as the truth. In other words, ignore your programmed mind and depend on how you feel in your heart and your gut. The second statement is this: the one foundational knowing on which all of my songs and videos are happily based is this: none of us on earth are exclusively human. We all are infinite, non-physical or spiritual creators, using our human bodies to create, enjoy, and learn from our experiences and adventures here on earth. Thank you. For now, you're stuck in your pain, tied to a past that's draining your energy every single day. Your pain is real, and it's not just in your head. Brain imaging studies show that the parts of our brain that light up during physical pain are also activated during intense heartbreak. It literally physically hurts. I thought about offering you some current scientific recommendations today that might help you get over this, your breakup. And you may even quickly heal from the pain, but it seems to me like I'd be feeding a hungry elephant peanuts one at a time. The poor elephant would be eating forever and never fill up. It feels like such a waste of time to go in that direction because this life pattern would probably just repeat itself again down the line. And besides, you deserve better. The good news is that we can change our old patterns by changing our perceptions about ourselves and about life in general, because this is a time of great revealings and expansion for us all, a time of great growing up. For now, all we need is to be willing to grow up into the new us, and for that, all we need to do is to open our minds to new ideas about ourselves and about what life is all about. So today I choose to offer you some grander, more effective concepts that I know can show us a bright path out of our jungle of untamed emotions and away from our repeating patterns of pain. I know because they've helped me. And I'll be telling a powerful story from my life later that can change our perceptions about our emotions and empower us to drop any feelings of victimhood we might have. This is probably not the first time you've experienced this pain and wondered how to survive, is it? Have you ever wondered why this keeps happening to you? Why you can't seem to get out of this old loop of love, breakup, and loving and breakup? What if this breakup you've just been through was actually unconsciously but purposely created by you? And what if there's a good and valid reason for it? Our unconscious beliefs and hidden motivations are the real rudders of our ship, you know. And until we simply stop for a while and start looking deeper into ourselves, our lives will continue showing us how messed up we are by the system we live in, by the matrix of deception that has distorted our personal perceptions so wildly that we cannot begin to be natural people without or with capable minds and clear paths to walk. To begin to understand why we keep breaking up with our partners, we must first ask ourselves two important questions. Who are we, and why are we here on earth? When we can accept and embrace those answers, everything changes for the better. Today, I will offer you those answers and some techniques that also help. Because our unconscious minds are always so intimately involved in our day-to-day lives, we are often surprised by our words and actions that seem to come out of nowhere especially when we're triggered with our partner and we're left searching for answers to unanswerable questions that seem so mysterious and beyond our understanding. That is, if we can even think of the right questions to ask. From our ancestors, from our teachers, from our religions, and, believe it or not, from our past lives, we all have beliefs and traumas we live and cope with every day. Most of our monsters are so deep within us that we can't help but automatically function from them unless we face and embrace and love erase them. For most of us, it takes getting to the place where we just can't stand the pain anymore before we're willing to start asking the big questions that need to be asked if we want to be free and happy. So if you're brave and truly ready, let's go deeper and start to get free of our programmed beliefs and distorted perceptions. Here's a gentle introduction to our first big question: who are we? Is your mind open wide? Okay, here we go. We already know we are physical and spiritual beings. Spiritual meaning non-physical, but still very real. Everything, everywhere, is energy. Science has shown us that. What is energy? It's the essence of life itself. You and I are energy. That's obvious, right? The clothes we're wearing and the air we're breathing are made up of this energy. Energy never dies or stops existing. It just changes form. Energy is in all that is. It is us. The next obvious question is, what is energy? Everything and everyone is energy. The fact is, energy is the source of everything. So energy can be named the source. The source of what? Of everything and everyone. So because energy is our source, do I dare say this? We are the source. Too big for you? Feeling a little overwhelmed with your own grandeur? Are you even still conscious? Let's take a breath and be with this for a moment. Source is the prime creator of everything. It is everything. It lives its life as us and in us. Life experiences itself through us and as us. Can you see where we're going with this? Now that this answer has been heard, it cannot be unheard. From this magnificent knowing, we can start understanding our lives as being so much grander than we have ever understood before. For me, my feelings of not good enough and my thoughts of insignificance have disappeared. I have reclaimed my powers of creation, and now I finally accept that I create everything in my life, that my life is a mirror of my imagination and attitudes. Because of all this, my relationships are solid, because I choose to make them that way and keep them that way by remembering they always depend on me and my choices. And I always choose unity, to stay connected, no matter what I feel or how my inner child throws a tantrum. I will refer you later to another of my videos about our inner children that will offer you some powerful ways to relate and successfully cope with their energies. The second big question I brought up earlier is, why are we here? I think we both are ready for this information now. We are here to serve our souls. Yep, as simple as that. You see, we really are much more than these human bodies. We are infinite spiritual beings, capable of infinite creations. And the captain of our ship is our soul. Our soul lives in us, as us, and through us, because it wants to experience itself in relation to everything here on earth. It wants to know itself better than ever before. It wants to expand and become even more than it already is. For example, speaking as my soul, I wonder how I'll feel when you smile at me. How does it feel when I'm angry? What am I like when I love someone deeply? What am I like when I'm disappointed? What do I do when someone hurts me? How do I handle myself when my partner yells at me? Before we even arrived on Earth, we and our soul made a detailed plan that we knew would provide our soul with the experiences and adventures it needs to grow. One thing we need to really accept is that we can do absolutely nothing that is not in our plan. As hard as this may be for us to accept, this breakup you're going through is giving your soul exactly what it wants and needs to grow in wisdom, understanding, and strength. The one question you may have right now is, am I just a pawn in this game? The answer is no. We and our souls are one being. We are our souls. We are the ones who put ourselves on this beautiful Mother Earth so we can create experiences, adventures, and dramas. All these we need to and want to grow our wisdom and emotional intelligence. Here's another secret we all forgot. Before our birth, we got together with others we love and who love us and asked for volunteers to help us create our lives this time around. Those living people are with us today and serving us as helpers and hurters. We don't really meet people by accident, you know. There are no accidents in this loving universe. The intelligence and perfection that is this universe refuses to allow mistakes. We are intimate parts of it and deeply connected, which means deeply loved. It may be really hard to believe this, but so far in your life, you've been wanting to create, explore, and experience all the drama and pain you've been in. That's impossible. How can I say that? It's because if you didn't want it, you would not create it. Simple as that. You are that great and on purpose. I'm hoping you can maybe look at your experiences and your pain today a little more objectively, since this is probably not the first time you've had this happen for you. It's very important to realize and accept that life is not happening to us. It's happening for us, for our growth, so we can know ourselves more deeply and make better choices that can lead us to greater happiness. If we can begin to accept this truth, our perceptions and understandings of this part of our lives will start to become clear, and we can get a more accurate picture of our true self, of who we really are. Are you maybe beginning to appreciate how big and powerful you are? Can you start beginning to accept your own magnificence? Are you seeing the beauty of the whole picture more clearly now? The source, the soul, and you. For the first time, maybe we can realize this as an expression of the proverbial Holy Trinity. It's not the only form it takes, but it is one. Now here's that true story I promised. It shows how I couldn't help but drop my victimhood and accept responsibility for every part of my life. Along my path, the day came when I was attending a retreat where all of us attendees were prepared for a week with specific intense psychological techniques to be raw and brutally honest with ourselves so we could finally face and express our deep hidden emotions. After 1 week of intense preparation together, the day arrived when the moment of expression and release was before us. I woke up that morning with an actual burning in my solar plexus and a strong desire to let nothing in me stand in the way of letting whatever happens, happen. I was ready to let it all hang out. I was determined to face my pain and express it. I walked to the spot in the room where volunteer helpers and pillows had been prepared for our release session. I got down on my knees, facing a man holding a big, firm pillow, and I began slowly pounding it. As I pounded, I felt something in me, something that was alive, rising up from my gut. As my pounding became more urgent, my breathing became more rapid, and I began to moan. The sound was a living ache of anger from deep inside me. Second by second, with my eyes closed, Everything became more intense and my voice became louder and louder. I felt the burning rise into my chest and then into my throat. I lost control and was screaming at the top of my lungs, pounding and cursing and crying. At the climax of this moment, when it seemed I was absolutely out of control, the facilitator stepped up to me, put his face 6 inches from mine, and simply said, "Now change it." Without waiting or trying to figure anything out, I immediately went from my greatest anger and anguish to silence and deep peace. Just like that, my anger, hatred, resentment, and screaming vanished, never to return. From that magnificent moment on, I've been free of my biggest lie, that I am a victim. That I am a victim because things beyond my control happened to me that made me the way I am. They made me angry and depressed and hateful. They made me into someone I couldn't stand. They made me antisocial and judgmental toward people. In short, I was victimized by life. All that disappeared in that magic moment. I have never again blamed anyone else for my actions and for how I feel. In that moment, I took back my power, and since then, I've never given it away again. Now I know in my bones I am the only one who can make me be or behave a certain way. I am the only one who can make me happy. No one else can make me do or be anything. I don't want to do or be. Now I accept full responsibility for my life. My hope is that we all will reclaim our powers and drop our victimhood programs and stop blaming others for our sadness and disappointments. That we all will reclaim our personal power and freedom by accepting full responsibility for our own creations. Does this sound like something you want to do? How you want to be? Please let me know in the comments below. Other people can also benefit, by reading your intentions to set yourself free. I also invite you to subscribe and touch the like button below this video. It really helps others find this information too. If you want to explore who you are more deeply today, you probably want to watch this video. For a video that can help you create and maintain a good relationship in your future, I suggest you check this one out. It shows you practical ways to be your true loving self. And here's a video about loving and including our inner children. They are so valuable to us. Thank you for spending time with me today. Today's song is called Made by You.
On your path through darkest night with stars and moon above, when you wish you never tried to hold the hand of love, when regret disturbs your sleep, remember something true. Your drama, pain, and burning tears are always made by you. Roses, rainbows, and butterflies, sunsets of amber hue. These are possibilities abiding now in you. All your heartache and all your joy, all that you choose to be, are manifested thoughts, my love, in your reality. Oh, Master of creation, hear these words so true. The spectrum grand from tears to cheers, stands there made by you. Roses, rainbows, and butterflies, sunsets of amber hue. These are possibilities abiding now in you. All your heartache and all your joy, all that you choose to be, are manifested thoughts, my love, in your reality. Oh, Master of creation, hear these words so true. The spectrum grand from tears to cheers stands there made